always fresh, every day. You're watching Fastlane Daily.
The Geneva Motor Show opens for media wonks today. What's the latest on exotic and not quite exotic irons stalking Switzerland this week? We're going to get you up to date. What's up, everybody? I'm Derek D, and we'll have all the stuff you need to know from the first media preview day of the Geneva Motor Show. You, of course, are watching Fastlane Daily. Let's rock it.
Fastlane Daily with Derek D, always fresh every day.
Look out, Aston Martin. Nissan's Infiniti brand is turning 20 this year, and the company is celebrating in Geneva today with a new GT concept car that could knock the world off its axis if given half a chance. It's the Essence concept, a curvaceous style play that looks like it stepped wholesale out of an Italian design house. The rear-wheel drive Essence gets power from a hybrid drivetrain combining Nissan's ubiquitous 3.7-liter V6 with a low-profile electric motor. Nissan says the new motor, dubbed 3D, produces twice the torque of a conventional electric unit. Together, the V6 and electric spindle produce 592 horsepower. Nissan says that Essence's luxury interior is finished in Louis Vuitton finery, clad with Alcantara, hand-painted wood, and aluminum accents. No word on whether Infiniti's Essence will spawn a new top-line GT or if Aston Martin just threw up in its engine compartment a little. And no, you're not seeing double. Infiniti has some Geneva show competition from Italian design house Zagato. That company rolled out the Z1 concept earlier today, showing off a near doppelganger of the Infiniti Essence. The Z1 is a prototype luxury GT expected to enter production by South African startup Piranha. Power comes from a 440 horsepower Corvette-sourced V8 and expected to be on the affordable side of pricey at around 75 grand US. And while we're on the topic of GT cars, Aston Martin unveiled what is likely the world's most extreme production GT in existence. It's the Aston Martin 177. Aston hasn't released all the details on its limited production GT yet, but say it's fitted with a host of motorsports tech rarely seen on a street car. Built mainly from carbon fiber, the 177 gets a fully adjustable suspension pulled directly from Aston's racing program. Under the hood is a 7.3-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine producing more than 700 horsepower. Performance figures are still shrouded in mystery, as is the price, which is expected to top $1 billion in uranium coins. Not really. And Lamborghini, of course, used the Geneva show as a launch pad for its latest flagship. It's the Murcielago LP670-4 Super Veloce, or SV. As the rumor mill had suggested, the late-cycle top-line Lambo is 220 pounds lighter than the LP640. And it's gotten a horsepower infusion by way of a 6.5-liter V12 engine, producing 670 horses while weighing in 57 pounds lighter than the standard Lamborghini V12. That'll get the LP670 SV from 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds and up to a max velocity of 212 miles per hour. But Geneva isn't only about cars you'll never catch sunning themselves in the Piggly Wiggly parking lot. It's also where Volkswagen rolled out its latest Polo hatchback. The redesigned subcompact has already been confirmed for sale in the US, but it's the European version that showed up in Geneva today. VW says the new model is lighter but more rigid, with huge improvements in crash test safety. The new European Polo gets a wide range of new diesel and gasoline power plants, as well as the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. No word on a US release, but VW says the Polo will reach European dealerships by mid-next year. Next up, a German supercar gets more power and a paint job, and a Swedish supercar builder goes electric. There's more on the Geneva Motor Show media preview coming up right after this.
Subscribing costs nothing. Daily, not monthly. And our cars actually move. Fastlane Daily is fast and fresh and here to stay.
Welcome back, homies. You know, the Gumpert Apollo cuts a, shall we say, unique figure on Germany's Nürburgring, but in Geneva, the Gumpert boys rolled out the latest Apollo with a two-tone paint job that reminds us of mint lifesavers. It's the Apollo Speed. Paint job aside, it's powered by a twin-turbocharged version of Audi's 4.2-liter V8, putting out up to 800 horsepower and 664 pounds-feet of torque. You see what we did there? That's enough to get the top-line Apollo Speed from 0 to 60 in a flat 3 seconds, and onto a top speed of 223 miles per hour. Wow. And you know Swedish supercar builder Koenigsegg as a maker of V8-powered scream machines. Today in Geneva, the company revealed a concept juiced only by electrons, not its usual fuel of crushed emeralds and superhero sweat. It's the Quant concept. Power comes from a pair of electric motors rated at a combined 512 horsepower and 527 pounds-feet of torque. Power cruise to the rear wheels, providing a 0 to 60 time of 5.2 seconds and a top speed of 171 miles per hour. The Quant is also a showcase vehicle for Koenigsegg's new in-car entertainment system. The company says it's currently working on a prototype and could offer the Quant for sale after an extensive testing program. We'll be waiting for that. Just check it out. Well, that about does it for Fastlane Daily today. We'll have more on the Geneva Motor Show tomorrow when we regroup for day 2 of the Geneva Media Preview Days. Until then, I'm Derek D. I'm not snowed in. You have a lovely Tuesday. And you stay warm, New York City.
Internet show. Worldwide.
I'm telling New York, though.
This week on WePCTV.
In the next couple of weeks, WePCTV is going to be launching a new show, Hacking Hollywood. It's the show that answers the question, how did they do that? Could they even do that? I mean, really. Ray guns? I think you mean lasers, gentlemen.
WePCTV is brought to you by Asus and Intel. You dream it, Asus builds it, Intel inside.